So, Coach Rassie, a special place, Mbombela, playing here, and you speak of the atmosphere. What are you looking forward to, the special people of Mbombela this weekend?
No, look, this area, there's a lot of players that come from here. Dwayne comes from here, Faf was here at one stage, Marnus was here. So it's always delivered a few players and coaches. I mean, Jimmy Stoner is the absolute legend of this area. Hopefully he sings Sweet Caroline again on Saturday at half time. But no, we've just found this from the hotel to they allow us to train on the field, on the main field. We use the gym there inside, the players and so on. So it's really feel welcome here. And then the atmosphere, I mean, I love all stadiums in South Africa, but this one got a little bit more of a, even when like Bloemfontein, Port Elizabeth, and I would probably say Mbombela it's like the people are in before the anthems, before we warm up, so you feel them a little bit more, where the other stadiums had other unique characteristics, but this one is really special also.
No, definitely. Speaking of something special, I'm not sure if there's ever been a time where the entire front row is on debut. And I'm like, do you know?
I don't know.
But a special moment for them. Any thoughts behind that in terms of what you're expecting from Georgia?
Yeah, look, the three of them hasn't had really a proper chance to. One or two played against. What do you call it, Barbarians, but that's a team that's flanced together, put together. They don't really would have seen they're good players, but for them to play against Georgians, I just heard the one lady say they're not very big, they are massive men, they're one of the biggest, cultures or size people in the world, and that's why the French love signing them. So for these three guys, Marnus and Neetling and Buan to play against them, it's going to be tough. That's why we have proper locks behind them and some proper loose forwards there behind them, some good size, and some good reserves on the bench to go and finish or help if help's needed. So yeah, we felt if they can come through this, we'll know a little bit more about their test match potential.
100%, Coach. And then speaking of potential, now there's been a lot of talk over the last couple of weeks about the innovations. Again, the doctor comes with some good questions. And a quick question. You're one of my favorite rugby players growing up. I'm sure a lot of South Africans loved that. You were very unique and very thoughtful in your approach, defense and attack. Were there any moments in your career where you saw something or that maybe is feeding into these innovations, besides the second team and the information you're getting in emails?
No, look, I think people sometimes think we're doing it to be different, and we're not. We're doing it to try and win. When I was in Dispatch, we were a small school. We played grey PE. We once played grey college. We played Framesbury, those teams. So we weren't a big school. I think there were 1,000 scholars, but there were 700 girls and 300 boys, in the school, 600, 400. So we always had to make little plans, and I had coaches who supported us really well. Then we went to Bloemfontein Army there, and then Bloemfontein didn't have a big budget, so we had very brainy players and intelligent players, farm boys or guys who had studied and so on. So you could work out lacquer moves and stuff. So I guess, and I wasn't one of the biggest players. So I think one had to find a way to try and wouldn't say outsmart, but to try and win the match. I just think we're very fortunate here with this group of players, and maybe we filter them to the kind of personalities that's open to try things at test match level. And then the South African supporters, man, and the media, I'm talking media as well, they almost allow one to try things, and I guess that's something I really enjoy. I've got people sending WhatsApps and SMS and emails with plans that's so crazy, but some of them are so exciting, so it's lekker.
Now, awesome. Speaking of excitement, Coach Rassie, this weekend, big test against Georgia. I like how you said at the top, you cannot underestimate them. They are extremely powerful. They're very proud. They have some similarities in terms of how they culturally love rugby. Any expectations besides obviously the scrummaging you're looking forward to this weekend?
But Richard Cockrell is their coach now. Richard was the guy when England were facing the Haka that walked up to them, and when he coached Leicester, I coached against him. He said was an intimidating player. His personality, is confrontational, and he's got the bodies in that team to be confrontational. So I guess what they're definitely going to bring to us is listen, we're going to match you guys physically, and That's always one of the, not the nicest, but the more realistic challenges that we need. And then the beautiful rugby can come after that. So I've got no, that is a particular, there's so many players that have been coached by him that's in our squad. When he was at Leicester, and obviously I played against him. So a well-drilled, physical, set face and direct team. That's what we're expecting.